Hey everyone, you're here with your girl Latoya Lavelle, and I am joined by the president and founder of AQ Skin Solutions, Dr. Almid Al-Qatani. I found out about your skincare range, I think it was last year, when one of my friends put it up on her Instagram. So your background obviously is in immunology.
Yes.
What made you go from immunology into skincare?
Well, immunology is actually linked to many things. So as immunologists, we did a lot about the growth factors, and this is where the technology is from for the skincare. So the growth factors are these molecules in our body that allow the cells to communicate among each other. So if we have a problem in our skin, so if you cut yourself, the growth factor will come and heal it for you. Unfortunately, as we age, our production of growth factors goes down. Thus, we see all the signs of aging. So we have a problem with our hair, with our skin, and so forth. So I thought to myself, it would be a good idea if we develop a technology that will provide us for this growth factor that we need. And then when we have a problem, or we use it to help our skin to rejuvenate and bring them back to their natural state or their healthy state. So this was the idea, and then I expanded on it, we developed it, and then developed patents around it, and then we took it to the market. It was a great success.
So the first product that you actually launched for Dr. AQ Skin Solutions was?
The face serum.
Okay.
So that's what the face serum basically is the simplest and the most used. So I thought if I start this one, we'll see how the response from the market will be. And that was a great success. Then we brought the eye serum, and then the hair, and then the rest of the line.
All follows on. So you just explained briefly about growth factor, but how does growth factor actually work in the products?
So the growth factors are introduced into the product in different combinations and different concentrations. So for example, if you want to treat your hair, then there's specific growth factor that will work for hair follicles only. If you want to treat your skin, then there's a specific growth factor for the skin as well. So this is where the technology comes in. So we know exactly which growth factors we need for the hair. So we concentrate them, and then we give them the formula that they will work best to rejuvenate your hair follicles.
Okay.
And as I said before, they're signaling molecules. So they will go to your hair follicles and then signal the environment around to bring all the components to fix the hair follicle. It's very neat.
Okay, well, I'm looking forward to trying that one. I had a little bit of hair loss at the beginning of this year for no reason, randomly. So I've been quite interested in hair stuff. So I'm looking forward to that one. What other products do you have in your range? So we've got the skin serum. I've seen the hair complex. One that I was very interested in, and I'd like you to talk about, was the DVS system.
Yes, so the vaginal rejuvenation system is one of our top brands. It's one of the top products actually worldwide, and it's unique to AQ. We developed it in 2009. We're the only company in the world that have it. It's basically utilizing the same way we treat the skin to rejuvenate it, to bring it to its natural state and healthy state. We decided if we use similar or the same technology for the vaginal. And as you know, as a woman, I mean, I don't know, but as as a woman, the vaginal go through a lot of cycles, and it ages just like our skin age. And it's very important for women health, and it's very important for women confidence as well. So I thought it would be a very good idea if we can use this technology to rejuvenate the vagina. So when I first came up with it, everybody thought it was a joke, everybody thought it was not real. But 5 years later, there's a whole movement of vaginal rejuvenation.
Yes.
And we're using lasers and radio frequencies to treat the vagina. And since we started ahead of everybody, we had a lot of market share, and we did really well. And I'm happy to say that it's all over the world, and there's even a waiting
People
list.
loving it, yeah.
With the VRS, it has the growth factors. There's no injections. It takes you literally 10 seconds to get it done, and statistically, the results are
better,
way better and immediate.
The reason that we came to the event yesterday was about one of the launch of your newest parts of your product range for the endo test. Yeah, so can you talk to us a bit about the endo test?
So the endo test is very unique product. It's very innovative. It stimulates your natural production of hormone, of testosterone specifically. So as you know, hormones are very important. And same thing, right now we realize as we get older, our hormone production decreases, especially testosterone for men and for women. This means your energy is low, your concentration is low, your muscle mass goes bad, your bone density, your memory, your metabolism, so you start getting weight a little bit more.
Yeah.
And one of the treatment that's been used right now is you go through the hormone replacement therapy, so you get some testosterone injected into you. And this works really well. The problem is you have to do a lot of injection, you have to do a lot of testing, and then let's keep going on. And then of course there's a lot of side effects. Other way to do this is we develop a special type of compound. It's a protein sequence that you take it in topically without an injection.
Yeah.
It goes into your body and stimulates your brain, or more specifically your hypothalamus and pituitary gland, to stimulate testosterone production signals to enhance your natural production. So you don't have to take testosterone external, and you don't have to deal with all the side effects. So this is how it works. We launched it 2 years ago, and we run the test to see how it works and how it affects people. And we got tremendous amount of response, positive response. Actually, I just had a lunch with one of the clinic here in the UK that bought most of the endo tests in the UK market. I think I can't remember, but huge numbers.
And there was a man yesterday that said that he tried it as well, and he was raving about it in regards to what it's done for him.
Yes, I wanted to do that. I asked the audience if anybody used it or know about it, and there's 4 people that raised their hand, and then I asked them for their testimony, and 4 of them were positive, and you can hear how we're raving about it. And I'm really happy. And I met with this clinic that sold a lot of it, and then I asked their feedback. I said, what was the feedback? And they told me, we sent to all these customers email with feedback, like a review, to ask them how they feel about it, and it has been tremendous success. So it made me really happy. In the US, we are doing really well with it, and also in Japan, we're having a great result with it. So we're very happy. It's another way of doing anti-aging. It's not only good to look good. You need to look good and feel good.
Yes, you do.
So what the point of you looking good and then you can't move your muscle or your so that's where it came from. So I'm very happy with the outcome, and great to hear all the people's positive response.
I was gonna say, one thing that I did like that you did yesterday was you actually spoke to us a little bit about I don't want to call them fake companies, but being wary of products that say they're one thing but they're not actually what they're promoting. Have you got any advice to women in regards to not how to be safe when they're looking at products, but just maybe like how to pick the right products?
So the word fake is correct.
Okay.
You can use that one. Apologize. So the technology, our technology is covered by patents. So they cannot do it because we're protected by patents. And they knew the regenerative market, or this market, is huge. So one way to do it is to fake a story and say, instead of using this type of, we use growth factor from, I give example of animals and plants, even though scientifically our DNA is different than a plant. We are not a plant, we're not an animal. So the growth factor will not work from other species on us. But they know there's a lack of information in the market, and including doctors. So the doctors also don't know about it. So they come to them and say, hey, look at this package, it's cheaper, it's easier, and then they show them fake data, and then the doctor will buy into it. Then the patient will go see a doctor, and they trust the doctor naturally, and then they will end up using a fake product. And then not until later they realize we don't get result, there's a lot of problems happening. Even the doctor will be discovering, it's like, I don't see result, and then they discover they're making a mistake, and then they come back to us. So I meet a lot of doctors who tell me, yeah, I use this brand and I had these issues, to me. I didn't know. So we, as a company, we start doing a lot of seminars, a lot of education. Not so much, you attended, not so much promotion for our product. I was talking about science and data and showing all these journals to explain to them the fundamental of science of growth factor, how they work. So they will be able to pick up a fake product
and know the difference.
So we do a lot in this field with professionals, and then we do a lot in social media. Me meeting you here, so you can send the message around for people. And before I was doing another interview. So I'm trying to be in the media and trying to send the information, the right information, about this technology and what's available for them, so they can. These companies do not last. Fake companies do not last in the market. But they group up and they attack us, and it's a continuous.
It's a continuous cycle. But your product's a testament to itself. And like I said, seeing the reviews of the people that are actually in rooms, and that's from doctors themselves. So it's kind of like, who are you going to trust more than the doctors that are using the products? Because there's nothing worse than going to a doctor and they'll recommend something and then they wouldn't take it themselves. However, like I said, room full of doctors, everyone raving about it. I sat there straight away, phoned my mum, was like, Mum, got a new product for us. She's like, yes. So in the presentation yesterday as well, you were showing, or not in the presentation, but even on the website, it talks about the fact that you can use the growth serum when you're having other treatments like microneedling, and it helps the repair process to be quicker and things like that. So what treatments can you get and use the serum with?
So right now we recommend, if you do any laser treatment or any invasive treatments, so with laser the frequency, to combine the growth factors. So what it does, it will heal you faster. It will process the healing process, or the healing process will go faster, and the rate of mistake of the heal will be less. For example, in the UK, there's a lot of diversity, ethnicity. So there's different type of skin, different type of skin. Some skin are very sensitive to light, to lasers, so they develop post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, for example, or they develop keloids. Somebody like you will be prone to keloids and pigmentation as opposed to somebody who have a lighter skin type. Not your skin is different, it's just the color, because the light absorption is different. Exactly. So the absorption of light will be different. As a result, you'll be more prone to have your melanin to be excited and cause more, pigmentation. So how do you prevent that? One way of doing it is to make sure that the repair process is correct, and that's why right now everybody recommends using growth factor post any treatment, so to prevent these side effects that come from using these devices. So you can use it on its own with microneedling, for example, and it will give you even great results. So you can. What's good about this is very diverse, so it gives you solution to many things, and help you in anything you decide to do with your patient. So it gives the doctor and the practitioner more freedom to exercise other treatments. Right now they'll tell you, since you are type 6 Fitzpatrick or 5 Fitzpatrick, I will not be able to CO2 on you, let's do something else, But now they say, we'll be able to, because we have now a product that will prevent this from happening. So giving diversity and giving other options for patient and practitioner always yielding good results. So this is what been good about this technology.
And in regards to, obviously, this product not everyone necessarily has it yet. We need to work on this, people. So how is there like a clinic list on your website that people can refer to?
In general, like now in the UK, a lot of the clinic carry the product, and if they don't carry it, then probably this clinic is not a good one.
There you go.
And it's testimonial. I mean, we have a lot of the information there. We've been in the UK, I think 8 years now or 7 years. So, and we do every year or every quarter or so, training, and we send invitation to everybody. They see us on conferences. So when there's a conference, there will always be an AQ booth, and the AQ booth not just for marketing, but actually we have a program for training and certification. So the information is there, and so if doctors don't know about the latest in the field, then probably they're not good doctors,
and they're not doing their research.
And they're not doing their research. So, and this is why one of the reasons when you came yesterday, the room was full. People were sitting on tables. These people are serious about their knowledge, and they want to provide the best to their patient. Those who will sit in and feel like people have to come to them and not seeking, then they're not doing their job. So, but we've been there. I can tell you a lot of the clinic in the UK have AQ, and if you go there and they don't have AQ, then you probably should go somewhere else.
I was gonna say, or we tell them to get AQ in.
Yes, and we have that. We have that. Somebody came to us and say, listen, we asked them like, how did you hear about it? Like, actually, we have a patient came in and asked us if we have AQ, and I said, I don't know what you're talking about. I searched it online because we have a lot of information online, and they're like, she contacted us, the doctor, and she said, I have this patient. Can you tell me about it? and we invited her to come over for the seminar. She got trained, and then she found out, and now she's like, I'm going to call the patient and ask him to come back.
This.
So the information is there. We're very keen about education, about the technology. We know it's new. We know it's, there is a lot of limitation in the sense like you need to learn from it. So there's a learning curve. But we have the resources to do that, and I'm very active and, as you know, travel a lot, so I can make sure like the message is there.
All right, so you've obviously got your product range at the moment. Is there anything that you've got in the pipeline or anything you're working on?
Yes, so the growth factor technology is very diverse, as I told you, and one of the most I go give speaking conferences worldwide, and one of the questions I always get, and they'll tell me, listen, if this product can heal the skin, then in theory it can heal the cartilage, it can heal other things, not just the skin. Why is it just healing the skin? And I tell them, in theory, you're right. And they're like, so how come there's no product for the cartilage, like for the joint, for example? And I tell them, we have to be patient. So, and it's always been the same. So right now we just filed an application for a drug, for injectable, to treat the knee osteoarthritis.
Okay.
And I hope it will be approved by the end of this year. And it's a revolution. It's the clinical trial that we've done, and the result has shown it's going to be a disrupting technology. We no longer have to go through total knee replacement and so forth. I
feel like you're going to be one of them people that everyone's going to be like, you got to meet him and you interviewed him, and I'm going to be like, yes, I did. I met Dr. AQ. Right, for anyone else that hasn't got to meet you or needs to follow you, how can they follow you on social media?
So I'm on Facebook. I think I might reach my limit, but I'm on Facebook, if you just type my name. And on Instagram, Dr. AQ Skin.
Yeah.
And also the company have their own Instagram, AQ Skin Solution UK or AQ Skin Solution themselves, so there's a lot. But me directly, I'm Dr. AQ Skin. Yeah. And I'm not very active because of my schedule. I
was going to say, you're a busy man.
Yes, but between now and then I put significant things.
I was going to say, because I saw the, you're saying that, and there's also a hashtag, people, because I saw the hashtag and I saw your post about the hashtag, and I think it had like 15 million or something
26.
Like that. There you go, 26. I was like, half, it's probably even higher than that, because I don't know when you posted that, but that's a testament to itself of how many people are posting and using the product and have got good things to say about the product as well.
Exactly. I was sent this picture to my my private account. They say, hey, did you know about AQ hashtag? I was like, no. And then they sent it to me, and I saw it, and I was excited because we had more posts than Aquaman. But with me, social media, I'm always, I get a lot of questions, a lot of people, and I respond to each one of them.
That's good.
So from doctors and so forth, and of course from patients as well. So that's how I think I should be more on social media.
Yeah,
I think so.
Well, when you've got time, I want you to just keep making the products for now, because we need the products. So that's fine. We'll forgive you for the social media.
Good.
All right. Well, thank you for taking the time out to talk to me.
My pleasure. You're such a pleasure.
From Dr. AQ and Latoya Lavelle, we are out.